we've got important immigration news to cover. I'm Brian Manning, asylum lawyer and ex-government asylum officer, and I'm here to keep you informed about developments of interest to the immigrant community. I want to show you on my screen some news articles that are of great interest from just the last couple of days here, starting off with this on CNN. So in Chicago, the Trump administration has launched a major immigration crackdown, giving new powers to multiple federal agencies to arrest undocumented immigrants. So the FBI, DEA, and U.S. Marshals can now work alongside ICE agents in immigration enforcement. While they say that they're focusing on public safety threats, they admit, well, they just might arrest other undocumented immigrants that they happen to come across, right? Now, White House Border Czar Tom Homan is personally overseeing this operation, which will soon expand nationwide. This has triggered protests in Chicago, with people gathering near Trump Tower to oppose these deportations. Now, local immigrant advocacy groups have reported that many families are now afraid to even send their children to school or to seek medical care. So that is happening. They promised mass deportations. They promised them on day one, and these raids didn't actually start on day one. They started a few days later, but it's underway, guys. It started in Chicago, okay? Next, we've got news over on NBC News. There's growing tension between the U.S. and Mexico over deportations. Mexico recently refused to let a U.S. military plane carrying deportees land, though Guatemala accepted similar flights. Now, while the White House claims that this was just a small hiccup, it shows the strain in U.S.-Mexico relations. And Mexico's President Sheinbaum strongly opposes Trump's immigration policies, including his threats of 25% tariffs and plans to bring back the Remain in Mexico program. Now, despite this resistance, Guatemala actually confirmed receiving 265 deportees on 3 U.S. flights on Friday. Now, sources within the Mexican government indicate that the future cooperation on deportation flights will depend on U.S. willingness to negotiate on border policies. By the way, if you've been waiting for years for an asylum interview with USCIS, please let me know about it real quick in the comments. Let me know how long you've been waiting, because we might have a way to get your stalled asylum case unstuck, okay? All right, let us go back to our news updates with this about J.D. Vance, Vice President J.D. Vance. Now, a significant conflict has erupted between Catholic leaders and the Trump administration. So Vice President J.D. Vance criticized Catholic bishops for opposing new immigration policies, particularly questioning their $100 million refugee program. The bishops are especially concerned about removing the sensitive location protections, which previously prevented enforcement at places like schools and churches, but Trump did away with that recently. Archbishop Brolio warns that these changes are already making immigrants afraid to attend school and attend religious services, but J.D. Vance is saying, well, he hopes these policies discourage illegal immigration. Now, several prominent Catholic universities have announced that they'll provide sanctuary to undocumented students despite federal threats, all right? Trump eyes asylum agreement with El Salvador to deport, very important difference, deport migrants there. This is over on CBS News. Now, Trump is working to restart a so-called safe third country agreement with El Salvador, which would let the U.S. deport non-Salvadoran migrants there to El Salvador to supposedly be able to seek asylum. Now, this could especially affect Venezuelan migrants, including suspected gang members. El Salvador's President Bukele seems ready to cooperate after talking with Trump, and this adds to Trump's growing list of immigration restrictions, including military deportation flights and plans to bring back the Remain in Mexico program. Human rights organizations have expressed serious concerns about El Salvador's capacity to protect asylum seekers, citing ongoing gang violence and limited resources and an inadequate asylum system. All right. Finally, last in our news for the day, from the New York Times, the tech arsenal that could power Trump's immigration crackdown. This looks ominous. So the government now has a massive $7.8 billion tech system for tracking immigrants with tools from 263 companies. This includes GPS ankle monitors, biometric databases, and phone tracking software. Companies like Palantir and Clearview AI have major contracts. The system can track 180,000 immigrants through ankle bracelets or a mandatory app they have to use called SmartLink. Now, while these tools were mainly used for criminal investigations under Biden, there's concern that they'll be used for Trump's mass deportation plans. Civil rights attorneys have filed multiple lawsuits challenging the constitutionality of this surveillance system. All right. Look, let me be clear. These developments are deeply concerning for our immigrant communities. With Trump's aggressive enforcement plans and sophisticated surveillance tools, it's more crucial than ever to secure your legal status if you can. Having a strong asylum case, properly prepared and presented, could be your best protection against deportation. Don't wait until it's too late. Listen, if you want to talk about your case, if you think you might want help securing your future in America through asylum, then go right now to winasylum.com. That's WINASYLUM.com. That's where you can schedule a consultation with one of our asylum professionals to see if we think we might be in a position to support you. Okay? It's super quick and easy to get that consultation scheduled. It looks just like this. If you're on your mobile, you can do it in like 2 minutes. We want to talk. We want to see what's going on and tell you whether we think we're in a position to support you. So check it out at WINASYLUM.com. Again, I'm Brian Manning, and it's truly a pleasure and honor to support you in your asylum journey.